how do acids and base react with each other? Okay, now activity 2.6. Activity 2.6 says that you have to take NaOH solution. NaOH solution, instead of NaOH you can take any base, and I have taken CaOH twice. What we have to do? Put few drops of phenolphthalein solution. Put few drops of phenolphthalein solution. You have to observe the color. Then add dilute hydrochloric acid to the above solution drop by drop. What happens? What change? Color change you have to observe. Okay. Now add a few drops of NaOH above. Means one by one you have to add. Does the pink color of phenolphthalein reappear? Why? What do you think? That is an explanation is given. Okay. That means acid and base reacts. This process we say neutralization reaction, because when acid react, base plus acid gives you salt and water. In this test tube I have taken CaOH twice solution, calcium hydroxide. This one is phenolphthalein. I will add phenolphthalein and you can see the change in color. Now they are saying put a hydrochloric acid. Okay, now here one question is there. What is the color of the solution? You can write pink color. Let me add acid. Observe what happens when acid is added. What happens? See, pink color disappears. Can you see? Pink color disappears. Then they are asking, is there any HCl solution? Is there any change in color of the mixture? Yes, it becomes colorless. Why did the color of the phenolphthalein change after the addition of an acid? Because it neutralizes. Acid and base when mixed neutralizes the reaction and becomes colorless. Now we have to add a few drops of NaOH solution. Again we add some drops of base. As you can see, when I have added again hydroxide solution, the pink color of the solution reappear. So in that question you write, does the pink color of phenolphthalein reappear? You write down, yes, the pink color of the phenolphthalein reappear. Why do you think that has happened? In this above activity, as you can see very well, the pink color has reappeared. In the above activity, we can see the effect of base is nullified by an acid and vice versa. Okay, the effect of base is nullified, means it becomes neutralization, and this reaction we say neutralization reaction. Now let us go for a short overview of the reaction of acid and base. This much we have done. Still some reactions are there. So when we go through the chapter, then we will write all the reactions together. Acid reacts with metals, will get a salt and a hydrogen gas. How can we observe it? Yesterday we have seen. We can observe it by observing bubbles and some pop sound when we bring lighter or candle near the mouth of the test tube. Second one, acid reacts with metal carbonates and metal hydrogen carbonates. Yesterday we have taken Na2CO3 and here NaHCO3. What are we getting? Salt, water and carbon dioxide. How can we make out this? Carbon dioxide is formed by observation of effervescence in the textbook. Now acid and base will give you salt and water. What this reaction we say? Neutralization reaction. Base with the metal carbonate, they don't show any reaction. So we are taking only two right now, which we have done. First, base and metal will give you salt and a hydrogen gas again, and we will observe bubbles. This activity is also over yesterday. Base plus acid will give you salt and water. Okay. What is this reaction we say? you salt and water. Base plus acid also gives you salt and water. So neutralization reaction is vice versa, like this way, acid plus base or base plus acid will give you salt and water. Only the change will be there in the nature of this salt and the nature of this salt. That is given in textbook. We shall read and then we will make you understand. The next topic is reaction of metallic oxides with acids. Activity 2.7. Activity 2.7 says that take copper oxide in a beaker. Add dilute HCl. Note the color of solution. And what happened to copper oxide? Two questions and two answers are there. Color of solution becomes blue-green. And this reason why it becomes blue-green, because it forms a copper 2 oxide in this reaction. And also what happened to copper oxide? Copper oxide dissolves in the solution. So the generalized equation, generalized reaction, we can write metal oxide plus acid gives you salt and water. Balance reaction, let us write balance reaction for this activity. CuO, copper oxide, plus HCl, hydrochloric acid, gives you CuCl2, fluoride salt, and plus water. That is the as it is, same how we are writing upside. Solid form. Now balancing. Balancing H2. Okay, here 2, 2, both are 2, 2. So we start from any one. There is no problem. Let me write here 2. Now see, check it balanced or not. 2H, 2H, 2Cl, 2Cl. In copper, copper, 1. One note is there, if you remember in the previous part I have taken that acid plus base gives you salt and water. Okay. Then now here they are talking about the nature of metal oxide. Nature of metal oxide, whether it is acidic or basic. So for that one note you can see here, since metallic oxides react with acid is similar to the reaction of base and acid. Thus, okay, now see here, if acid and a dash, if I take dash, gives you salt and water, what will you write here? Base. See, I have written here, metal oxide plus acid gives you salt and water. Okay, now acid I write as it is and salt and water I am getting, but with what? With base. That means metal oxides are basic in nature, and so thus metal oxides are basic oxides. Now go for the opposite part. What would be the nature of non-metallic oxide? That is the next topic. Non-metallic oxides will be acidic in nature. What are the examples of metal oxides? Metal oxides, put any metal and oxide. For example, I take magnesium. So MgO. MgO is basic in nature or basic oxides. MgO, ZnO, CaO, CuO, MnO2, any metal and oxides, what is the nature of that? It will become, it is basic oxide, basic in nature. Now next part we shall go for the non-metallic oxides. The next is reaction of non-metallic oxides with the base. Okay, the previous one was acid and metal oxide. Now this is base and non-metal oxide. Okay, in activity 2.5, underline this, the page number 20, last reaction. Okay, from activity you can see this is the reaction CaOH twice plus CO2 gives CaCO3 plus H2O. Now this CaOH twice is base, CO2 as it is, CaCO3 salt and H2O water. Now think that base, okay, CO2, what is carbon? Is it a metal or non-metal? It is non-metal. So this we can say non-metallic oxide. Base plus non-metallic oxide gives you salt and water. Okay, now come for the previous things. Since this reaction is similar to the reaction, which reaction? Base plus acid gives you salt and water. So non-metallic, see carbon dioxide, non-metallic oxide, acid. Take this everything together, what can we write? Thus we can say that non-metallic oxides are acidic in nature. This non-metallic oxides and acid. Okay, both reactions we say that they are similar. Base as it is non-metallic oxide, acid. So we say the nature of non-metal oxide is acid. Okay, what are the examples of non-metallic oxide? Put any non-metal. If I am keeping C, then CO2, CO, carbon monoxide is also non-metallic oxide. For example, I take sulfur. You remember acid, rain, sulfur dioxide, sulfur trioxide. These all are acidic in nature. Put any non-metal here and oxygen with it will be in the acidic nature. Okay, but in this also some exceptional cases are there that we shall study later on. The next topic is, what do all acids and all bases have common? All acids generate hydrogen gas on reacting with metals. With the activities we can see the hydrogen gas is liberated when acid reacts with metal. So we can say, so hydrogen seems to be common in all the acids. Activity 2.8. They are saying whether. Okay, so what we are performing it for? To perform whether all compounds containing hydrogen are acidic. We have to see, we have to prove yes or no. Okay, and this experiment is to show acid solution in water conducts electricity. We have to, okay. Now what is the setup of this activity? What are we taking? This is a beaker, rubber cork. On the rubber cork we put 2 iron nails. Okay, you can see 2 iron nails. These 2 iron nails are connected with the terminals of battery of 6 volt. This one is okay, with bulb and a switch. Bulb is to detect whether current flows or not. Solution, which solution we are taking here right now shown, dilute HCl solution. Now what is our activity? Take solution of, how many solutions we have to take and check for this purpose? Glucose, alcohol, HCl and H2SO4 etc. They are asking you change the solution and check whether bulb glows or not. For all the cases, you take glucose and switch on and see whether bulb glows or not. For alcohol, for HCl and for H2SO4. This activity, if we, I will show you. Okay, if possible, I will show you this activity. Now, the observation is such that bulb will glow in the case of acids. Only in the case of acids, when we put HCl or when we put H2SO4, the bulb will glow. What is the conclusion for this? Glowing of bulb indicates the flow of electric current through the solution. Glowing of bulb. Okay, bulb glows, then simply we can say yes, there is electricity in the solution, or there pass electric current through the solution. And what is the reason behind the electric current, behind the flow of electricity? Ions. Okay. Reason, we have seen that in that activity when we are taking acid, then only the current flows and bulb glows. What is the reason behind? The electric current is carried through the solution by ions. Okay. There are 2 types, cation. Don't say this cation. It is not cation, it is cation. Cation and anion. Now you will go through this words now and then. Okay. Cation is positive in charge, and that in this activity it is H plus aqueous ion. Okay. And anion negative charge, that in another activity when we react with water, then we will come to know more. This suggests that acid produce hydrogen ion H plus aqueous in solution, which are responsible for their acidic property. H plus ion and which is responsible for their acidic property. So if they ask what is present in acid which conducts electricity, in acid which ions are present? H plus. But what is the meaning of this aqueous? Till it goes in the water, H plus ion will not show its effect. So because of H plus ion, the current is flowing, okay, through by ions. H plus aqueous means when it is dissolved in water. So acidic property is due to H plus ion.